1-800-563-8255. Let's go to Jennifer, who's on the line from St. John's. Hi, Jennifer.
Good afternoon, John and David. How are you guys doing?
Fine,
Hello.
thank you.
I have an interesting theory. I have no idea if there's any validity to this, but as a failed political candidate myself, I know how important it is to get attention in mainstream media, to talk about your party, to talk about your issues. And I think the timing of all this is very interesting and suspicious, given all the hype about the Liberal leadership. This has now put the NDP on the front page. It's on CBC Radio. And I think that's, in my opinion, perhaps a calculated strategy on their part. But at the same time, I think the methodology and delivery here has been absolutely brutal. And within the matter of 5 minutes, just by having David read out that letter, you've made Chris and Jerry look like fools. And I'll be honest, I'm a former member of the NDP party, and I quit because I did not have faith and confidence, not necessarily in any individual, but in, I guess, the strategies and the processes they deployed. We saw them lose the election 2 years ago, finished in third place, and they only got one seat outside of the city of St. John's, yet they were celebrating. To me, that's not cause for celebration. This party lost badly, and I think the NDP has a lot of work to do. I think there's a lot of people interested in this Liberal leadership race. People who are upset with Dunderdale are seeing the Liberals as a possible viable alternative. I think there's a lot of right-wing minded people out there, and I really don't know what to make of this, other than the NDP, in my opinion, is shooting themselves in the foot.
It's an interesting political dynamic that in the leadership you've got Kathy Dunderdale, who must feel some pressure of her leadership for being so low in the polls. You got the Liberals in the middle of a leadership review, and now you've got the NDP facing this, so it's an interesting dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think part of the problem for the NDP, what makes certain factions jittery, is the fact that the Liberals have now moved in the first place in the polls, and Dwight Ball, even though he's not a leader, he's a leadership contender, has actually moved ahead of Lorraine Michael in the polls. So there's this sense that over the past year they had their gains in the 2011 election, and I'm going to disagree with the caller in that I think the 2011 election was real cause for the NDP to celebrate. They got the second most popular, became second in popular vote, and they got to a high watermark in seats. It's a minor it's a minor breakthrough compared to what we've seen with Liberals and Conservatives in the past, but they were within a hair's breadth of being the official opposition, so that was a good win for them. As for doing this to get attention, that's kind of like setting your house on fire to get on the news, right? It's just not a good idea. The cameras will show up, but that's really not the story you want to tell.
All right, listen, Jennifer, thanks for your call this afternoon.
Thank you.
We've got a